$39 today, according to AAA, up 9 cents a gallon overnight, 33 cents higher than a week ago.
The gas will go down as soon as the war's over.
President Trump says no one except him and a few other people know the status of talks with Iran as he considers new military options there. And Iran's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz and the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports have held, despite a ceasefire announced 24 days ago.
The U.S. Military Central Command says it has turned away 44 vessels while enforcing the blockade. Other ships remain stuck pierside in Iranian ports. And after President Trump was briefed on additional military options he could take by the CENTCOM commander, Admiral Brad Cooper, the president can choose to end the ceasefire if he wants to.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. 76-day partial government shutdown over Homeland Security funding is over.
After sitting on it for weeks, the House passed the Senate DHS funding bill, which funds all of DHS except for ICE and CBP. Republicans will instead fund those two agencies in a 3-year budget reconciliation bill, which allows them to bypass Democrats. President Trump wants that bill on his desk by June 1st.
It's Fox's Bill Mallusion at the Capitol. It is May Day, an annual day of protests worldwide and in the U.S.
On the website, May Day Strong, organizers are calling for no work, no school, no shopping as a way to show their societal and economic strength. Organizers say they expect about 3,000 actions across the country with rallies and marches using the motto, workers over billionaires. They also say they want an end to ICE and to war.
It's Fox's Jill Nato. Kentucky State Police say the FBI now has someone in custody in connection with the fatal shootings of 2 bank employees during a robbery in Berea yesterday. America's listening to Fox News.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1926 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1926 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1926 $10 gold Indian coin from the exclusive Anniversary Gold Collection, struck 150 years after America declared its independence. These 1926 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition. Call 1-888-201-7071 to secure your exclusive 1926 Special Anniversary Gold Collection $10 Indian coin. Plus, you'll receive a free bonus over a $125 value and free shipping with every order. Call 1-888-201-7071 now to secure your 1926 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Call 1-888-201-7071. Don't wait. Call now.
President Trump is pushing a plan to expand retirement accounts.
A new website launched by the administration allows Americans without employer-backed retirement accounts to shop for and open plans ahead of new matching funds becoming available from the federal government. A law passed during the Biden administration provides a federal match of $1,000 for private retirement funds for those earning less than $35,000 a year. President Trump wants Congress to increase that cap.
For millions of Americans who lack employer-sponsored plans, this will be really revolutionary because they'll be covered. Nobody thought that was possible.
About half of Americans do not have access to an employer-provided retirement plan with matching contributions. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
3 people are shot and wounded in downtown Los Angeles.
Cops say the gunman told his victims, "This is where I do business," before opening fire. 2 of the victims are believed to be homeless, but it's not known if the gunman was purposely targeting homeless people. LA's Skid Row, which stretches 50 blocks, is a cesspool of crime and violence. There are open-air drug markets, and cops say violent crimes are reported 4 to 6 times each day. All of the victims are expected to recover. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
A Wyoming city councilman says he didn't mean a Facebook post as a threat.
Troy Bray, a city councilman in Powell, Wyoming, was ticked off at a court ruling on abortion. That ruling temporarily blocked the state's 6-week abortion ban while the law faces legal challenges. Bray posting, "In order for Wyoming to find justice, we will have to hang bad judges." His post drawing criticism from some describing it as dangerous and inappropriate. Bray says the post was a statement of his beliefs and not a threat.
It's Fox's Chris DeMeo. Stock futures mostly flat this morning. April was the best month of the stock market since 2020. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. National Weather Service confirming 5 tornadoes hitting central Illinois Monday. They moved through the region during the morning and afternoon hours. Widespread wind damage reported across parts of the state, with surveys confirming 5 EF1 tornadoes between Mount Pulaski and Mahomet. Urbana testing a new road diet on North Lincoln Avenue. The goal to make the corridor safe for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians. The city has restriped the stretch between King Park and I-74, reducing traffic to 1 lane each way and adding a center turn lane. Champaign School Board picked its new leadership team Monday night. Tony Bruno selected as the Unit 4 board president. Christy Arnold as the vice president. Fatima Ahmed was also voted in as board secretary. The board then approved interim superintendent Dan Casillas as the new deputy superintendent. Dr. Giovanni Ponce takes over the official role this summer. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. Good morning, friends. 7:06. I am Stevie J. You're on ESPN 93.5. Diane is off today. I am flying the plane solo, Greg. So here I am. And we got
I'm sure you are capable.
Well, we'll see.
All these years.
Former Illinois volleyball coach Don Harden referred to me as a spastic octopus. I've never heard that. So.
What?
Yeah, arms flailing when I'm running the board.
Multi-talented, multi-dimensional, multi-position playing.
And occasionally I do hit the right button. Occasionally, it's good. There are a lot of buttons on this.
Well, that's why we have rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
All the time. Yeah, late ones at night too. I have to wake you up.
By the way, pardon any noise you may hear in the background. You know how when you had like construction trucks or paving crews come out, and you were a kid and you just dropped everything and you just could stand out there in the parkway and do that. Maybe I may be doing that. So if you hear that, that's what they're doing outside the office window. They're kind of grinding the road and going to repave it. So just to let you know, sir.
Actually, there was a social media thing, and the woman came. Yeah, there was on social media. A woman came down, a Karen, I guess, and told the construction guys that she's got an important phone call and you need to shut your machines off.
Want me to roll up the window? They're out there. They're within baseball toss out there if you want.
Yeah, I want to hear them. No, but she got so mad, she climbed into the truck and turned the guy's keys off.
Oh my!
And guess what? She got handcuffed.
I would think. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I want these guys to do a good job because I'm a maniac when it comes to lawn, and I have a little apron strip in front of here, and I don't want them to accidentally take up. If I go out there and do the Karen thing, take up my yard as opposed to the pavement out there. So,
no, that's right.
We'll leave it to the Karens of the world.
The wheel will accidentally run across your lawn.
What was that?
Yeah, no, that's right. There's these social media things with police interactions, and today we're honoring a Champaign police officer a bit later in the program. But there are these videos. I just cannot believe they're real. I mean,
are these Karen type people?
Oh my gosh! Well, Karen and Ken. I mean, they're men too, but they're But they will not give up their driver's license. I need to see your driver's license, your proof of insurance, and your registration. Those are 3 very basic things by law. When a law enforcement official, you have to give it to them.
Exactly.
But they don't. They don't do it.
Yeah,
and it turns
you want to be that way. You want to treat them with respect and just do what you have to. Especially if you have kids and especially teenagers in the car, it could be a teaching moment.
Oh yeah.
So
you're setting an example, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's again. I think my algorithm. I get more of these because I watch 1 or 2 of them, and I just simply can't believe. I just show them the license, and the police officers are asking like 2 dozen times. It's just it's nuts.
Or I see those videos from folks on a plane, whether they're they're taxiing or at the gate or what have you, being knuckleheads, and you end up having the marshal come in there, and it becomes one big, just listen up, do what you got to do.
On an airplane, you have to take everybody off and then take the person off.
That's right.
That's crazy. And then I suppose you have to take all your carry-ons. I mean, anyway, it's nuts how people react, and I think they're emboldened by the lack of respect we've given police for the last decade. So I mean, they just don't do it. And call your supervisor, and I'm on my phone, and they're talking to somebody else, and they won't roll their window down. I don't get it. All right,
it's become more of a instead of just an incident or department area, it's like become a culture thing where there's just no respect to that going on.
No, there's absolutely correct. It's unbelievable. I do love the police cameras because it vindicates what they do. Otherwise, there'll be accusations, and I'm sure the police love it. because they can say, listen, I didn't do that, and I'll show you. It's unbelievable.
Oh, they've got stories to tell. My father-in-law was retired in the Homestead Munhall area. He was there for a number of years. It's a borough. They call them boroughs out there. Suburban Pittsburgh, if you will. So, that's a tough racket, man.
Oh, boy. All right, 7:10. Now we go to the Chief of Meteorology, Greg Solier, brought to you this
morning. And they're grinding away right in front of my window. Cool, man.
That's awesome. Hey, that's great.
I go look at the weather here.
You could always stay off the grass, man.
They're doing. He's right up to the curb. He's got the little swing arm. He's got the semi-loader thing in front of him, and he'll make probably 2.5 passes. Yeah, making quick work. But I could. When I retire, I want to drive one of those things.
Yeah,
okay?
That looks cool, doesn't it? Does look cool. All right, boating is back at Crystal Lake Park, 206 West Park Street, Urbana, Crystal Lake Park, Urbana Park District. I invite you to go every Sunday, noon to 7, if you'd like to do a little boating. I hear it now. It's awesome. Saturdays and Sundays in May, noon to 7. And we're in May. Weather brought to you by Urbana Park
Supposedly.
District. Doesn't feel like it's going to get out of the 50s today, sir.
No, sir. In any event, did you want to finish that spot?
I think I just did.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. You're right. Urbana Park.
Preoccupied.
No. UrbanaParkDistrict.org.
That's what I thought.
There you go. Well done.
Where's Diane at, by the way?
She is at a religious retreat. Isn't that great?
Good for her.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Yep.
I like that stuff.
Yep.
I like that stuff. So good for her. It's cold out there. 46. And, that's okay for an early May morning, but we're not going to get much of a significant climb today. 45 at Danville, 43 at Rantoul. Still been getting some overnight sprinkles and some spotty shower activity. The last little wave of that's moving out of far southern Vermilion County, but still some sprinkles upstream into eastern Iowa. We'll get some sun breaks for the day today, but temperatures are running almost 15 degrees shy of average for the next couple, just 55. We'll get some sun in here as the day wears on, and again, a couple of sprinkles later this afternoon and evening time. Still expected to clear it off this evening, and we'll get down into a frosty low of about 35. Some patches of frost after midnight, a little more area-wide frost in the usual sheltered spots tomorrow morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny, still cool, but the winds will be light tomorrow at 56. A nice recovery on Sunday at 67. Southwest winds will pick on up, and there will likely be a shower building to the north and west later in the afternoon and evening time. And then we'll get into some showers and thunderstorms here Sunday night, Monday. The wet weather's back in. Monday, though, up to 74. A couple of more showers, just 65 on Tuesday, but then only upper 50s and low 60s. Back to the cooler weather pattern for the second half of next week, and shower chances as well next Wednesday and Friday. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Off and running. Again, I'm Stevie J. Diane's off today, 7:13. Brother Johnny will jump on. We are going to honor a police officer this morning. We have been doing this, I think, over a decade now. And I remember when we were first talking about thank you law enforcement signs, somebody that's controversial. I said, really? Thanking law enforcement is controversial? Well, then count me in. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so we do all we can to just celebrate the fact that these are humans. They're 99.9% wonderful, and the guys that aren't the best, I would contend that inside the department, they kind of know who they'd be nervous about out there. It's just hard to be 100% with humans, but the police department does a great job, all of them. Today we honor, I guess he was actually the Champaign Police Officer of the Patrol Officer of the Year last year, Jesse Brockwell. So he'll be coming in later today, and we'll talk about some of these videos I see that can't be real. People can't be that stupid. They just can't. Show them the license. Give them the license, registration, and proof of insurance. That is required. You must have that in your glove box ready to go. That's what they're going to ask for. And if you do, the worst case, you get a ticket. And then you can take a course at Parkland and get it off your record if you don't have many of them. So there's things you can do. Anyway, off and running. Did anybody see TJ Shannon? Terrence Shannon Jr. The guy called him TJ. Did we call him TJ? I thought we just called him Terrence Shannon. Well, he led the way. It was awesome. Io did not play last night. Io DeSumo with a calf. But on to the next series. The Timberwolves did win. First time I really gotten into the NBA playoffs because I don't usually get in till June. Anyway, if the Fighting Illini have a piece of the Wolves, and they do with Io and Terrence. Terrence started last night. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 assists, whatever it was. Great line. He was totally dunking Jokic just kind of backed up when he came down the lane because nobody wanted that. Terrence had a highlight dunk. Anyway, Timberwolves beat the Denver Nuggets, who were champions just, 4 years ago in 2022. But off they go to the next round. And I'm definitely tracking Terrence Shannon Jr. and Io DeSumo. Hopefully Io's fine. I don't know. All right, baseball. How about the Cardinals? Last year, the Cardinals were 1-5 at Pittsburgh. They just won 4 in a row, and they beat Paul Skeens. And Paul Skeens, one of the best pitchers in baseball, is 0-5 against the Cardinals' career. What? Amazing. Here's your Redbird Recap.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
I'm John Rooney, and yesterday in Pittsburgh, the Cardinals used some power to get the line moving. In the first inning, Weatherholt hit a home run. Then Jordan Walker. Herrera leads at first. The pitch is swung on, and there's a high fly ball deep left field. This has a chance to go, and it is out of here. A home run. Mangum got back to the wall, reached, and couldn't catch it. Walker with his 9th home run of the year. The Cardinals lead 3-0 in the first inning against Paul Skeens with home runs by Weatherholt and Walker. The Cardinals capped off their scoring with a 5-run 8th inning as Nathan Church drove in 2 of those runs, and the Cardinals swept the Pirates by winning 10-5. Gordon Graceffo got the victory over Paul Skeens. Skeens is now 0-5 in his career against the Cardinals. The Dodgers are at Busch Stadium tonight. Matthew Liberatore on the mound. Game time 7:15.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Yeah, and other baseball, Brewers beat the Diamondbacks 13-1. The Brewers have won that division for 2 years in a row, I do believe. And Reds beat the Rockies 6-4. You know, the Cincinnati Reds are in first place. Yeah, and Pittsburgh had been doing great until they met the Cardinals. And I think the Cubs are off. Cubs will start a series today. Cardinals do have the Dodgers. You know, in St. Louis, forget the Cubs for a second. Cubs and Cardinals are usually gold in St. Louis. They are still, but the number one series of the year for the Cardinals thus far is tonight, starting with the Dodgers. Everybody wants to see Shohei Ohtani, and why wouldn't you? But I presume it's a sellout tonight and a very hot ticket. Saw tickets actually selling way above face value. And right now for the Cardinals, they've had a lot of empty seats. So that's good news. Cardinals are playing great right there. All right, we check our weather forecast here on this first day of May. Carl wants you to know the 6 signs of a stroke. They call it Be Fast. They call it Be Fast, and it stands for balance lost, eyes blurred, face drooping, arms weak, speech slurred, and terrible headache. If you experience these symptoms, call 911 Call 911. Learn more. Carl.org/stroke. Here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier, off to a great start. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Go get everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, off and running into this new month of May. Anything but. It's more or less a feel of early April. Partly sunny skies develop as the day wears on. Still a brief light shower and a couple of sprinkles around here for the early to mid-morning, and a sprinkle later this afternoon. Just 55. That's better than 10 shy of normal. Winds will stay a little on the fresh side as well. Sprinkle chances this evening, clearing on the overnight, and cold with patchy frost late, low down to 35. It'll be a frosty start to the day tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly sunny days worth of weather, and a high at 56, still well below average as winds come around back into the northwest. Down to 38 tomorrow night, and a breezy, milder Sunday afternoon. Increasing clouds, maybe a shower in spots later in the day, and a high 67. And southwest wind will be gusty. A couple of showers, thunderstorms. Monday highs of about 74. We cool to about 65 on Tuesday, with a couple of showers around. Lingering rain chance on Wednesday. Back in for Friday next week as well, and cool. Daytime temperatures either side of about 60 degrees. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Apple sales jumped in the recent quarter. Shares are up 3%. More of its customers upgraded to the iPhone 17. Revenue from iPhones rose more than 21% in the period, though CEO Tim Cook is warning Apple will face higher costs later this year for memory and storage components. ExxonMobil's been dealing with disrupted shipments of oil because of the Iran conflict. Its profit declined, but still topped Wall Street's expectations. The stock's up 0.5%. Chevron's earnings also exceeded Wall Street estimates, though its overall profit was at the lowest level in 5 years. Oil companies were impacted by an accounting issue involving energy hedging that Chevron CEO Mike Wirth says is expected to reverse later this year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Most investments today feel like second jobs. Real estate, you're a landlord. Stocks, you're a day trader. Crypto, you're a full-time researcher. You've got a life to live. Your investment should help you live it. That's why more Americans are choosing gold. Noble Gold has helped thousands protect their future with real physical gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com to get your free wealth protection kit. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
I'm going to read the Carl sponsorship again because I just creamed it. And it's important. Carl wants you to know the 6 signs of a stroke. They call it BFAST. It stands for balance lost, eyes blurred, face drooping, arms weak, speech slurred, and a terrible headache. If you have this, you just call 911 as fast as you can. And learn more at carl.org/stroke. All right, I'm Stevie J. You're always welcome to text in. Diane's usually my text person, but I got it up. So if you want to communicate with me, you can. On the Fisher National Bank text line is 217-351-29. 359-2255. I don't know what to say. All right, so we do have a Stever today. To kick off May, why not a little spring cleaning with Bulldog Disposal? I've got a doggy bag. These are gold. You can actually buy them at Do It Best Hardware if you want to do that. And then you call Phil at Bulldog Disposal and say, can you come pick it up? And it's fun. Why is it fun? Because you can pull, 2,000 pounds of stuff in a canvas bag. And then the entertainment is you'll bring a crane and you can back the kid's way out so in case he drops it. And yeah, he might drop it. He doesn't know how heavy it is. He's pulled 2,000 pounds, but they look at it and they say, nah, I can't do this, or they can't. I don't think they've ever not been able to lift it, though. Remarkably strong. So you get that. I'll give you a bag. If you live in Champaign County, I have it delivered to your door. That's a good deal. And that's like $40. And then the pickup is like, 180 or something. Anyway, it's like $215, $20. I'll pay the whole darn nickel. I'll pay everything. But it'll help you clean. And there's not the quick kind of rush on this one because you don't have a roll-off dumpster, and he has plenty of those if you want to rent them. And summer gets to be very busy. But what you do is you just fill it up, and when you're done, you call. So, here you have a bag, and it's like 2 feet by 2 feet, and then it unfolds for about 6 cubic yards, and that's a lot. That can be a lot, depending on what you have, but you have real heavy stuff like tile from a bathroom remodel. It'll hold a bunch of that. And people have had up to 2,000 pounds in those things. So plenty of room, you feel good, and if you can't donate it or give it away or sell it or whatever you want to do on the Facebook Marketplace, then this is an option. Sometimes you just have to throw a few things away. So, 217-359-2255. If you would like to text in doggy bag, that's what they're called, you will be considered for this $200 plus prize, this gift that I'm giving you. And then you have a survey you can fill out after it's all done. Tell me how Phil did. He does a great job, and he always gets good reviews. So it's a Stever Day, a program where I give you money to spend at good business, and we will do that. Okay, again, 217-359-2255 in the Fisher National Bank text line. Doggy bag, if you are interested in a free one of these, I got one to give away today. Good luck to you. All right, Brother Johnny coming up. When is speech not free? In other words, we've known for years you can't go into a crowded theater and yell fire. Causes panic, causes harm. Is there any line to be drawn for a comedian telling jokes, is what Jimmy Kimmel was trying to do when he said that Melania was like a beaming, expectant widow. And he's been after Trump for a long time. Question is he still funny? And, I used to think Jimmy Kimmel was very funny. But ABC, the word is maybe they might fire him. That's the buzz at Disney. I don't know if that'll happen. And I'm all for free speech, and not crazy about comedians. If he's still a comedian, that's another point. A comedian's making jokes should not be banned. But how far can you go when you're dealing with, 30-40% of America that needs therapy, clearly? And they got better video of this guy busting through the security. They were taking the security down at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. By the way, John Decker yesterday told me he does not think they'll do it again and will not be able to do this within 30 days. The news organizations had to dole out $450 per person, and they probably won't like another couple of tables they have to pay for. I don't know, but John didn't think it was going to happen. So anyway, they have new video, color video of the guy just kind of running with his long gun and all decked out. That picture you saw in his hotel room he took of himself, kind of a maroon shirt, kind of a nice tie, and ready to go kill some people. So he's running through what was the security, and then a lot of guns are drawn. I cannot believe the guy did not get shot. I really can't. I mean, there were 4, 5, 6 people pulling their guns. I don't know how many shots. But the guy, the Secret Service agent that took one right in the chest with his bulletproof vest with the help of his phone, has been determined that clearly they came from the bad guy. And so it was not, some people thought maybe it was friendly fire, as they say, when you're shooting all over the place and you hit your own guy. No, this came from the guy's long gun. So he survived at close range because of the bulletproof vest. And again, the cell phone helped him greatly. It was an extra layer, and it hit some of that too. So we'll touch on that. I got some clips from a commentator named Michael Knowles I'm going to play for you and Johnny. Also out of Terrence Shannon dunk from last night's game. It was one. You know what they look like. This was even more ferocious than you've ever seen over Jokic. All right, 7:29. That'll be coming up.
Fighting Illini football season tickets are on sale now. After selling out season tickets last year, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Under head coach Brett Bielema, the Illini have stacked the most wins in back-to-back seasons in program history, and the momentum isn't slowing down. Season tickets start at just $16 per game. Be part of the action, the energy, and the Illini family. Don't wait. Get your 2026 Illinois football season tickets before they're sold out at fightingillini.com.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump heads to the Villages in Florida today to promote his expanded retirement account access for workers.
A sprawling, vibrant retirement community. It's also an economy in itself with a workforce below retirement age who could really benefit from these expanded IRA accounts announced yesterday. So the president's also expected to talk today about the senior bonus deduction as part of the big, beautiful bill, plus no tax on Social Security and tips.
Fox's Alexander Hobb of the White House. Trump administration says more than 30 million seniors have claimed the new no tax on Social Security deduction totaling over $7,500. Gas spiking by 9 cents overnight. AAA says the national average is now $4.39 a gallon. Diesel checking in at $5.57 a gallon. May Day protests begin at 9:30 a.m. Eastern outside Trump Tower in Midtown Manhattan. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign police dispatched to the 100 block of North Mattis Avenue and followed a report of a shooting with injuries. The victim, a few blocks away, immediately began to administer emergency medical aid with assistance from Champaign Fire. That victim was then transported to an area hospital listed in stable condition. Former University of Illinois police officer is guilty of sexual assault back in 2018. Gerald Sandage, convicted after a previous guilty verdict overturned by an appellate court last year. He was charged after a woman claimed he sexually assaulted her after putting something in her drink in September of that year. He's also charged with 3 other pending sexual assault or abuse cases. A cow was saved after it was spotted roaming the University of Illinois campus. Officials there say the cow got loose while being unloaded from a trailer at the College of Veterinary Medicine's large animal clinic. Video of the farm animal wandering the campus streets surfaced online. Cow was eventually recovered. It's now under veterinary evaluation and care. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, they corralled that little cow running all over town. Poor thing. Probably afraid, scared. Cow gonna be okay, I guess. Weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, off and running into this new month of May. Anything but. It's more or less the feel of early April. Partly sunny skies develop as the day wears on. Still a brief light shower and a couple of sprinkles around here for the early to mid-morning, and a sprinkle later this afternoon. Just 55. That's better than 10 shy of normal. Winds will stay a little on the fresh side as well. Sprinkle chances this evening, clearing on the overnight, and cold with patchy frost late, low down to 35. It'll be a frosty start to the day tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly sunny days worth of weather and a high at 56, still well below average as winds come around back into the northwest. Down to 38 tomorrow night and a breezy, milder Sunday afternoon, increasing clouds. Maybe a shower in spots later in the day and a high 67. And southwest wind will be gusty. A couple of showers, thunderstorms. Monday highs of about 74. We cool to about 65 on Tuesday with a couple of showers around. Lingering rain chance on Wednesday. Back in for Friday next week as well. And cool daytime temperatures either side of about 60 degrees. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, first day of May 1, 2026. I'm Stevie J. Diana's off today. Good to have you listening. 217-359-2255. You want to chime in, you're welcome. Fisher National Bank text line. Also, the doggy bag is available. All you have to do is text in 359-2255, 217-359-2255, and you can get yourself a doggy bag. That's over $200 of filling it up with stuff you just can't donate or sell. It's garbage, and Phil will come by and pick that baby up. Doggy bag to be in on that for over $200. All right, Brother Johnny, New Orleans, Louisiana in the news about some of this redistricting. Tell me what happened. The Supreme Court ruled. What's the impact of it? Do you know?
Well, so what happened, it's interesting, because I was actually involved in exactly what was going on and who was doing it and what they were thinking, but the National Voting Rights Act said, among other things, you need districts that make sense, it's kind of in blocks, and it's pretty particular, and specifically, you cannot make these districts based on race. And so they laid all this out, and everybody was, okay, we got the national voting rights. I have some states, and I won't mention any of them. One might begin with a C, one might begin with an I. Didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it.
Yeah, right.
And so the Louisiana did, and we went through all the steps of what's going to meet the Voting Rights Act. There was really no way to get any more than one, what you would call district, which would probably have a black representative. By the way, that's much more difficult nowadays because black representatives are fine in some white districts. It's not like the blacks vote for the blacks, vote for the white. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
They'll tell you it does, but the Democrats want it to, but it doesn't. And so we had a 5 Republican and 1 Democrat because the black districts are generally considered Democrat, also changing. And we could have had 6 Republicans within the National Voters' Rights Act. But there's 33% of the states black, and everybody's like, well, that's not right. So we had the 1 to 5. Well, then, and it passed. And then a court said, no, you can't do it. And of course, they could have kind of stood up to it, but the court's decision said there's 1/3 black, there's 6 congressmen, you have to have 2 blacks and 4 whites. That was basically the opinion. And so Liz Murrow, the Attorney General, and Jeff Landry are like, whoa, that's the case we've been waiting for. Because it doesn't really have the effect until the Supreme Court rules on it. And it's the Voting Rights Act clearly says you can't gerrymander based on race. Now, you can gerrymander based on race. Said, no, it wasn't race. This is based on basically politics. But the court here said race. So that question could be answered. And so we took it that we didn't gerrymander. We ungerrymandered. Because when the court said this isn't good, we had to gerrymander all the way from north to south Louisiana to get the district. And then the court said, this is what Congress said you can't do. So now we got to ungerrymander it. Now you'll see the Democrats say, this gerrymandering. No, we're ungerrymandering.
Yeah, right.
And so
there'll be whites and blacks in the district, both.
Yeah, well, we're too mixed.
Yeah.
We can't carve it out based on race. It makes no sense. And in fact, I'm not sure it was based on race. It was based on largely on race, but really just Democratic-leaning neighborhoods and cities. You had to go get them through the state, just like Virginia did. And so I don't know that Virginia is in the same category because they didn't claim they did it based on race. And so it's just a matter of how you ask the question and what the question is. But now that the Supreme Court has ruled that, it has a huge impact on a lot of these states. Because states are going to rear up and say, well, that's exactly what they did in our state. We lost 2 Congress.
Right.
And so now the Democrats are sweating it on that issue. But
is there time before the midterms? I mean, to fix stuff or not time?
Well, that's the headline, which is my buddy Jeff, John Decker and I went to the game with. Yeah. So he immediately said, okay, we're delaying the election. So that's another firestorm here.
That's right.
And of course, no, we're in the middle. We did send out some absentee ballots, but it really hasn't quite started. But they're saying, we're in the middle of an election. You can't change. I think he actually can, though. So it looks like, but I'm hoping we stick with the 5-1. But there's a lot of people pushing for going for 6 Republican districts, which would be bad. So I think that's just
what about bad. States like Massachusetts? I mean, they have no Republican.
But they don't care, though. We're trying to do it the right way. We can't start following Massachusetts and California.
And talk about gerrymandering. Look at Illinois. My gosh, the little fingers over here. It's a 300-mile district in whatever, the 13th or something.
Well, and that's the same general argument, which I think is valid when it comes to the 2 parties, because there's different races in both parties. But when one party has 40%, 45% to say about matters and gets 16% representation, that's taxation without representation.
Yeah, right.
And our republic is designed to try to give the best taxation through representation that we can. Illinois is not doing it, and they don't care. California is probably worse. Massachusetts is worse. There's 0 Republicans. There's 40% Republicans.
And
None.
0 representation in ironically, where the Boston Tea Party happened. My gosh.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
You know, and so it's the congressional district situation has been a nightmare for the court. The courts have been doing it, and they're getting tired of it. And I think you'll hear a few more of them just make it a little more simpler and simpler, because the political games aren't going to stop. It's politics.
Well, what do you say? People say, why don't we just vote in the number of popular period? That's it.
Well, then you have areas of the country get 0 representation. You'd lose your Northeast. They wouldn't have a senator. They wouldn't get a vote, because California, Illinois, and New York would basically pick the president. And more specifically, Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York City.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even know who's running. And as far as the candidate coming through,
no,
never,
ever. They wouldn't have to. You just hit those 3 cities.
Because they wouldn't have to, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go get your vote. It's covered from Chicago. You know about that already.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
And so it's we're trying to keep it, what do you call it? Keep it clean, keep it honest.
Yep. Well, it does not look like the Save America bill is going to get through with this voting reform and stuff, do you think?
No, Steve, the entire survival of the progressive left is the current voting process, which is under attack and which is having setbacks. But there's nothing they can do to get some of their wild-eyed, the ones that all of our Democratic friends agree with us on.
Yeah.
And they're pushing it and getting elected because of certain, whatever way you want to call it. I call it cheating. But in some cases, it's to count the votes after the election isn't cheating, because they make it legal, because they have control of the state. And so to count votes out of boxes and then claim they're 100% accurate is legal. You know, they may not actually be going through and proving they're legal, but that's a different issue. It's legal to try and say you did it. So they're not going to pass that. They can't win the election. So.
Okay, it's Brother Johnny, New Orleans 742 on this May 1. It's Friday morning. I'm Stevie J. Here's Michael Knowles. He's a conservative commentator talking about Jimmy Kimmel and what should be allowed.
We're talking about maybe a threat, maybe the incitement of violence, maybe just the encouragement of the murder of the President of the United States. And in certain social contexts, maybe even that extreme could be tolerated. But I guess we have to ask ourselves here in the big 2-6, the year of our Lord, 2026, after President Trump was very, very nearly murdered in Butler, Pennsylvania, just a couple years ago, year and a half ago, had part of his ear blown off. After President Trump was almost assassinated again at one of his golf courses, after a liberal teacher from California, Kamala Harris donor, just tried to rush and murder President Trump with a shotgun and slaughter as much of his administration and guests as he possibly could. After all of that, if a triple assassination attempt on the president in a short period of time, cheered on by a lot of the left, which is busy trying to, and in some cases successfully murdering other conservatives, if that is not the time to at least slightly rejigger the standards of public speech, what is?
What is, Johnny? What's your take?
Well, I don't think it's very easy to do that. I think I would fire Kimmel if I owned ABC, and I don't know what their point is in having him on.
Is he? I guess you could say that comedians ought to be allowed to tell jokes, but is he a comedian anymore?
No, he's not. Well, I mean, there were people laughing. So he's normalizing extreme violence. But to me, I don't think you really try to shut people up. I think you try to get this voting thing right. Then those people will quit yammering because that side will disappear. This violence, open borders, crime's okay, you're wrong place, wrong time, tough break, they'll all go away. We're not voting for that. And I've been saying we have a voting problem since the late 80s, and it's gotten, we saw the peak, I hope, with Biden. 81 million votes, Steve. 15 million more votes than Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. That did not happen. Am I election denier? Yes. No, the election happened. The votes were wrong. And that's why you're hearing it, because the people who are saying it keep getting reelected. And now we're talking about Hakeem Jeffries. We're talking about Jasmine, who is kind of cute, but she's nuts. You're talking about Ilhan Omar and the kind Schumer even, and they're simply calling, we're at war. We need boots on the ground. The fascists are taking over. They love calling you Hitler and Nazis, and they wouldn't get elected if you had to go in and vote. They wouldn't get elected, and that's the problem. And the rest is just the result of not being able to elect who we want. We're not at the point where that many people agree with what the progressives are selling. And I can tell you that in my little polls, which is almost, I would say, 90% of my Democratic friends violently agree with everything we talk about.
Well, I don't
agree on whose fault it is.
I don't say Democrats, I say progressives. It's a whole different deal, right? Progressives are
the progressive left took over the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And they did it with money, and they did it with changing the voting rules. I mean, when Colorado mails out every single name on their voter registration list, millions of whom don't even live there anymore or died, and they won't clean them up. National Voting Rights Act says you got to clean up your voter rolls. You have to keep up with it.
They just ignore that. Ignore their rule.
Won't do it. And there are groups like Judicial Watch and United Justice Foundation suing them in court and winning, and then they'll clear off 1 million. But there's 2.5 million left. Why are they keeping them on there?
Yeah, right.
Because they know they haven't voted for 15 years, and they can put one of those votes in a box or count it somewhere in a precinct where nobody's watching. Are they doing that? I haven't seen it. Do I think they're doing it? Yes. Why wouldn't they clear the votes, and where are these votes coming from? And so, in any case, it's a vulnerability they don't want to fix. And the SAVE Act is a group of vulnerabilities that they don't want to fix. Why? Well, because you're suppressing the vote. No, we're trying to get the real vote. No, you're suppressing the vote. You're going against democracy, which they're going against democracy. And it's a tough fight because they're dug in. So once it goes that way, and the people who want to do that get control, it's hard to turn it back. Because the only way we can do it is throw the people who are doing what we don't like out. And if you can't, you're stuck with it. So that's where we are today. I'm going right back to my pillar of the problem, which is the way we vote.
Okay, so 217 texter, gas nearing $5, groceries more expensive. When are you and other Republicans going to start holding Trump and the Republicans accountable? You can't say with a straight face that we are better off today than at any time during Joe Biden.
I can say that with a straight face. I can't say we were better off with Joe Biden with a straight face. I can't even get that sentence out without laughing.
Yeah.
But no, the gasoline price is going to go down once we settle this other problem that the Democrats kind of helped set up, which is give Iran money and time to develop a nuclear weapon so that they can do what they've always wanted to do, which is death to America. And you can say, well, that's all right, and which they've been doing at any time they can. And you can say, well, that's not a great. What do? You wait till you're vaporized? I mean, so we had to do something, and it got out of hand, and we saw the Obama deal. They were building countless missiles, and they're progressing rapidly towards a nuclear warhead. And we're sitting there going, well, we got to talk to them. And they lie about everything. So we had to do that. That's why gas is high. And the other stuff's going down. The refunds, have you heard about some of these tax refunds? There's money that came out into the nation, and people will be spending it.
Yeah, but you don't ever hear coverage on things like that, though. It doesn't get
but that's there. I think people who can pay a little more for gas are happy to have the money.
Yeah.
And gasoline prices, I'll tell you what, I can't believe you can say with a straight face, if you've supported the Democratic Party, that you can complain about gas prices. They don't want gas, remember? They want
they want $8 a gallon. Yeah, they want $8 a gallon.
Now, that was in 2008. That would be $12 a gallon today.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted, and we're saying that's what we need. We don't need gas, no carbon fuels. And all of a sudden, no, the gas prices, we got to lower gas prices. What?
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like,
where'd
that come from?
Yeah.
The groceries is a problem, and it all comes from energy. And Trump made us energy independent, by the way. What about that? Do we get credit for that? No. Not much.
Well, and again, when you have diesel at $5.50, that means you're carrying the olives to the grocery store. The olives are going to go up because the guy has to pay more for the olives, that kind of thing.
Right.
So,
well,
yeah.
And this was going on during the Biden term. But no, we're better off because we're safer. There are less criminals running free. We're still not safe because that's how many criminals Biden let in. But we're safer. And I don't know how the texter can say with a straight face that we need to go back to open borders.
Yeah, right. No.
I think you start crying when you say that. How could we? It's years before we can get even close to where we want to be in terms of just knowing we got less people who want to do us harm in our borders.
And a couple of more texters. Max 217 says, let's see, I just lost it. They're coming in quickly, and Diane's not here, and I.
Oh my gosh!
Trying to do this.
That's a disaster, Steve.
Okay, so Max says, so if we didn't have all these taxes in Illinois that JB implemented, it wouldn't actually be that bad. But what is it, 80 cents a gallon tax?
Well, you're right about that. There you go.
And then 217, Chris says, pretty sure the groceries went up pretty high with Biden here, and it's kind of stabilized. That's what he says.
Correct. No, I think. Well, the Democrats are lashing on to everything. Everything that they did, they were saying Trump didn't lower prices in February, 1 month after he was inaugurated.
Yeah, right.
In terms of the second term, they gave him a month. Look at prices still.
And another texter, he literally can't say anything bad about Trump. He sounds like a cultist.
Who's that, me?
Yeah, I guess.
No, I think Trump's a good president, but I don't really say bad things about Biden. I just think what he was doing was a disaster.
Yeah.
That's all. But it's not about Trump.
Well,
it's about what they're doing, and Trump's trying to make us safer by cleaning out some of these criminals.
Yeah.
He's closed the border so no more get in. He's bringing a lot of business in. He's making the world a better place by saying, listen, you've been taking advantage of us. And, by the way, Iran's about to nuke Jerusalem here. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we got to go get them. And then they watch us go get them. I think that's what had to be done. It's got nothing to do with who's the president. I'm just glad that Bill Clinton, I think it was Bill, said, I wish I had done that.
Yeah, right. No,
John, who it wasn't, but it would have been Bill.
But Johnny, I don't think our side wishes death on anyone. That's for sure. Because I never want anything bad to happen to Obama. I never want anything bad to happen to Joe Biden.
The people who are saying both sides are doing it are lacking evidence in the form of 3 assassination attempts. Who was that? It was Gerald Ford with Squeaky Fromm. It was Ronald Reagan. It was Trump 3 times. There's some guy might have shot a pistol at the White House when Obama was there. He wasn't in the White House at the time, I don't think. But it hasn't worked both ways. We've had conservatives killed, and there have been violence against Democrats.
George Wallace, John Kennedy, I mean, to mention 2.
Yeah, well, Kennedy was a Democrat. That's the last Democrat. And then Wallace and Ford and Reagan,
right,
and Trump.
Ford had 2 in a month. I'd forgotten
that they were pretty lame, but thankfully,
yeah.
But the intent was there.
Yep.
And I don't think wanting to try to do what's best for your country so we can be better for the world is a cult. But sometimes you feel like people think you are one.
Well, listen, all you have to say is Rahm Emanuel to me sounds like a moderate. That's all you have to say. It's how far left they've gone. It's just crazy how far left the left has gone. If they're progressives, they're not really the Democrats, but the Democrats allowed them to take over their party. This guy in Maine that's going to probably beat Susan Collins, he's past the squad people. He's got a Nazi tattoo on his arm.
I mean, it's crazy. And I'll see you, Rahm Emanuel. I'll raise you, Bill Clinton, the great conservative. The National Voting Rights Act. That was Bill Clinton, the National Voting Rights Act.
There you go.
He was trying to straighten is the SAVE Act of the day, and he did do some things that really were positive. So I can say good things about Clinton, just not very many.
No, listen, he had an issue, he had a problem, he had a human personal problem.
Exactly right.
But as far as a policy wonk, was there anybody smarter? The guy knew a lot about that kind of stuff. And
I won't say the same about Hillary. Bill was way better than Hillary policy wise, in my opinion.
And also,
in my world.
and also coming across the line, we're going to talk to Bob Livingston, who helped Newt Gingrich work with Bill Clinton in the 90s. Last time we had a balanced budget and had a surplus, I think.
That's correct.
Man.
Yeah, Bob Livingston also was key in the New Orleans having the National World War II Museum, which is fantastic for anyone who comes down. Go to see that museum. Try to give yourself at least 5 or 6 hours.
Wow, I know, it's fantastic.
You won't get close, but you'll get a good picture.
I'll let you go with 2 lighter moments. Last night, the Timberwolves over Denver. How about Terrence Shannon Jr.?
Minnesota trying to close out and eliminate Denver. Oh, my goodness! T.J. Shannon punishes the rim.
Went down the lane. Jokic stepped aside and said, don't want anything of that. And Terrence, with a violent dunk, Denver loses to the Timberwolves, who advanced to the next level. Ayo Dosunmu had a calf issue, did not play, but Terrence Shannon, 24 points, 6 rebounds, I think 2 assists, had a great night. And finally, David Merkovich and Ty Rogers last night doing DJ work. Apparently there's a disc jockey class at Illinois, and this is David's final. Everybody was jamming. David's a disc jockey, Johnny.
All right, Steve, get him in the studio.
That's
Come on, we'll play a few records, play a couple for old time's
tallest
sake.
DJ ever. That'd be great. And we would totally be working on some sort of media basketball team. We want to play Channel 3, okay? Hey.
Okay, we just need David. That's all we need.
Hey, man, thanks for being on, Johnny. Appreciate your insights. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you, Stevie J. Have a good day.
You as well. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, ESPN 93.5, 757. We're going to meet a law enforcement official of the week and month and year and everybody. Patrol Officer Jesse Brockwell standing by in studio. That'll be next. Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit SarahChampagne.com. That's SERRA Champagne.com.
Clean Rights Duct Cleaning Services offers Champaign-Urbana residents a way to clean the hard-to-reach ducts without any damage. Air ducts in your home are one of the reasons why your carpets, shelves, and counters get dusty within a few weeks. They become caked with the same dust and debris that you vacuum and have cleaned from your carpets and tile floors. For all your duct cleaning needs, we're there when you need us. Our experienced service technicians will provide you with not only a quick response, but also honest answers and advice. For water, fire, smoke, or mold restoration, we're there when you need us.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hi, this is Jason Snyder with Philo Exchange Bank. For over 140 years, we have been rooted in your community, making local decisions for local people. We know you and understand your goals. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing remains the same. We are here for you. Reliable, local, trusted for generations. Visit us in St. Joseph, Philo, Allerton, Broadlands, and our newest branch in Tolono opening this spring.
Hey, we have a Stever. I'm giving out doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal. That's the big 6 cubic yard canvas bag I'll give away for free. That's $40 plus the $175 hauling. 217-359-2255. You simply text in doggy bag and you'll be in on the hunt and maybe win that thing. All right, ESPN 93.5. Guess what? It is, in fact, 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
A new proposal from Iran. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. Iran state media reports a new proposal for negotiations with the U.S. has been delivered to mediators in Pakistan. President Trump rejected the last offer for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to oil shipping traffic, but postponed nuclear talks. Oil company Chevron CEO Mike Wirth tells Fox Business tighter oil inventories driving prices up.
We've got a situation where there's a bit of a stalemate, and the movements through the region are essentially stopped. I think the security risks remain high. There are certainly reports that the strait has been mined.
Gas is up another 9 cents a gallon today, $4.39 on average nationwide, according to AAA, 17 cents higher than it was Wednesday. President Trump says he will probably pull American troops out of Spain and Italy, the day after saying the same about Germany over those NATO allies' opposition to the U.S.-Israeli military operation in Iran. The Justice Department's released nearly 6 minutes of video of the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting suspect before and during the shooting.
U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, posting the video online. She says it shows the suspect, Cole Allen, casing the Washington Hilton Hotel the day before the attack. He wanders through the hotel hallways and gym, appearing to look at exits and doorways. On the night of the shooting, right before Allen charged security, a canine appears to alert to a doorway. But the officer pulls the dog back. Shortly after, Allen comes bolting out carrying a shotgun. He appears to shoot as he runs past agents.
It's Fox's Marianne Rafferty. Prosecutors said the video proves a protective vest-wearing Secret Service agent was shot by Allen and not friendly fire. There are May Day protests around the country and the world today. A Fox News digital investigation finds organizers include around 600 left-wing groups with a combined annual revenue of $2 billion. May Day protests in the U.S. started in 1886 during the movement to establish an 8-hour workday. America's listening to Fox News.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1926 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1926 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1926 $10 gold Indian coin from the exclusive Anniversary Gold Collection, struck 150 years after America declared its independence. These 1926 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition. Call 1-888-201-7071 to secure your exclusive 1926 Special Anniversary Gold Collection $10 Indian coin. Plus, you'll receive a free bonus over a $125 value and free shipping with every order. Call 1-888-201-7071 now to secure your 1926 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Call 1-888-201-7071. Don't wait. Call now.
Attempted murder charges are filed in the stabbing of 2 Jewish men in London Wednesday.
45-year-old Essa Suleiman, a Somalia-born British citizen, was remanded into police custody after his court appearance. He's also looking at a third count of attempted murder in relation to a separate incident, also on Wednesday. The victims are 76 and 34. One has been discharged from a hospital. The other is in stable condition. The terrorism threat level in the UK was raised from substantial to severe for the first time in over 4 years following the attack, which British police are calling an act of terrorism.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Elon Musk spars with OpenAI's lawyer during day 4 of his trial, accusing the company of ditching its mission to build artificial intelligence for the public good.
Elon Musk testifying Thursday he didn't read the fine print on a document forwarded to him by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman in 2017 regarding converting the company from a nonprofit to a for-profit business. The billionaire alleges Altman misled him about the company's direction to secure Musk's $38 million investment to co-found the company in 2015.
Nothing's been stolen. What's happened is that birth has been given to a spectacular not-for-profit.
OpenAI's attorney William Sabat alleges Musk was aware that the company may one day be converted into a for-profit business, but left in 2018 after being blocked from taking full control. OpenAI also alleges Musk is targeting a competitor to boost his own company, xAI. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Sports. The New York Knicks beat the Atlanta Hawks 140-89 and win their NBA Eastern Conference semifinal series 4-2. Minnesota wins their series 4-2 against Denver in the West. Philadelphia ties their series with Boston 4 games apiece. Hockey. Anaheim and Minnesota advance, winning their first round series 4-2, eliminating Dallas and Edmonton. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A cow is safe after it was spotted roaming the University of Illinois campus. Officials there say the cow got loose while being unloaded from a trailer at the College of Veterinary Medicine's large animal clinic. Video of the farm animal wandering the campus streets surfaced online. Cow was eventually recovered. It's now under veterinary evaluation and care. Champaign police dispatched to the 100 block of North Mattis Avenue. It followed a report of a shooting with injuries. The victim, a few blocks away, immediately began to administer emergency medical aid with assistance from Champaign Fire. That victim was then transported to an area hospital listed in stable condition. Former University of Illinois police officer is guilty of sexual assault back in 2018. Gerald Sandage, convicted after a previous guilty verdict overturned by an appellate court last year. He was charged after a woman claimed he sexually assaulted her after putting something in her drink in September of that year. He's also charged with 3 other pending sexual assault or abuse cases. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
When last we spoke last hour, Greg Solier had machinery outside his window. How's that going? Is that...
Good. You might still hear the beeping. They have ground everything down. I think they're down to the last, base layer or foundation layer or whatever they start with around here. But doing a very nice job, very meticulous, made pretty good work here in the past hour or so in this little cul-de-sac area. So, nice work.
They don't goof around, man. They get the stuff done. And I mentioned last.
You've got. I think at one time we had like about 7 different pieces of equipment, 3 semis or for pulling this stuff away, the grinder thing, 2 street sweeping things, and a little mini front end loader running around here too. So.
Entertaining outside your window look for Greg.
That's what I want. This is it. I found what I want to do when it's that's it. When I'm in my 90s, this is what I'm going to do. So when I get out of weather.
That's right. It is 8:07. Our weather brought to you by Busey for over 158 years. Busey, member FDIC, meteorologist Greg Solier. Peak of the weekend, looks like maybe more rain forming next week, too.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get maybe a couple of days worth of more typical May weather temperature-wise around here. Certainly doesn't feel that way later on today with respect to afternoon highs. We're going to run good 10 to 15 degrees shy of normal. And unfortunately, we've got another round or 2 or 3 of rain to come our way. Early estimates, maybe close to an inch, but kind of spread out. But we don't need any more rain. And this rain was a little more aggravating in nature than anything over the past 18 to 24 hours, of which the last of the sprinkles are moving down towards and around, about the Terre Haute area right now. And other than that, we are kind of cool out there at 45 at Willard and Savoy. Little haze and fog on the horizon. 44 at Rantoul, and beginning to get some breaks in the overcast to the north and northwest. So we'll turn it partly sunny for the day today, but still a few more sprinkles are forming up and brief light showers into eastern Iowa. Those too will rotate southward, so maybe a couple of sprinkles back in this afternoon and or evening time. We'll top out this afternoon across the area. The cool side, just 55. A May 1 normal high this time of the year is close to 70. Breeze out of the northwest to north. A sprinkle or 2 or 3 this evening, clearing off after midnight. Cold. Bring that stuff in tonight with some patchy frost late and a more widespread frost just before daybreak tomorrow. Lows tonight down to 35. Low cold spots briefly at 32, 33. And we'll get to about 56 tomorrow with sunshine. Clouds increase. Breeze picks up. 67 on Saturday. Shower chance late in the day. In particular, then showers, a couple of thunderstorms Sunday night into Monday night into Tuesday. The showers wind down Wednesday. They're back in next Friday. Get another inch of rain, but at least we're into the 70s here for Monday, 65 Tuesday, and you get the picture, upper 50s and lower 60s, back into a cooler weather pattern for the time of year into the second half of next weekend. Ought to be in fairly good shape, by the way, down there at Louisville for the big Kentucky Derby tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, my friend, thank you so much. Greg Solier with a look at the weekend. Nice and cool, 55 for the high today. Every month we honor police officers here at Stevie J Broadcasting because they deserve it. We have a Champaign police officer with us now. In 2025, Officer Jesse Brockwell demonstrated exceptional dedication, leadership, and impact with the department and community. He's distinguished himself as a trainer, leading active threat rapid response high traffic stop course guy for new recruits, helping people He was the 2025 Officer of the Year, Jesse Brockwell. What did that mean to you? Were you surprised, or?
I was. It made me think they were grasping at straws if they got down to me.
We love that. 9 years. Is that 9 years here in Champaign?
Yes.
Well, you don't look old enough to be 9 years here, man. Is that a good thing? Because you want a youthful look for the rest of your life, Jesse? Do you have good genes?
Yeah, I'll take it as a win.
All right, you're originally from Peoria area?
Yes, sir.
Tell me why you wanted to put on the uniform. I mean, if you started 9 years ago, it's in the height of the beginning of the disrespect police officer age. I mean, what in the world do you want to get in this?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. One of the things that just gets under my skin, and it always has, is when you have decent people that can't go on about their business because of the acts of a few. And so we still have decent people in the communities, even the high crime communities, that one minute they're sleeping and the next they have bullets coming through the windows. We've got people that want to go out downtown on a weekend and enjoy time with their families, and they can't because there's a group of people who are, in the way of that. We've got people that don't feel comfortable walking from their cars inside to the grocery store. And that's one of those things that's always bothered me. And everybody wants to live in these good communities. So if you can find a way to contribute to that, I think you should. And I was just fortunate enough to find a way to do that and make a living at it at the same time.
Like Spider-Man, man. You care consciously. It gets in your crawl. I get real upset when I see police disrespected, and I don't know why that happens to me. But most people, Jesse, say, well, that's somebody else's problem. I'll just hide and get away. You want to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has a responsibility to do that. I mean, we're all doing this together. Everybody's going through life for the first time together. There's nothing wrong with helping each other out when you can. You don't have to be a police officer to do that either.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you're somewhere in Champaign-Urbana and Jesse's off duty, you probably want him around anyway. 'Cause, I mean, have you been off duty when you see something that would concern you? And what do you do if you're off duty?
Yeah, I mean, if you're off duty, you gotta know where to draw the line if you're going to be able to get involved and know what your capabilities are. I do feel like that police officers and emergency responders in general, we sign up and then we go to this training, and if you're like me, you seek out opportunities to get better. So whether you're on duty or not, I feel like you've given up that right to just be a bystander.
Man, I tell you what, that's a great way to look at it. You're trying to help people enjoy their lives and not be afraid. Isn't it a shame that people live afraid?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't want that.
No.
And so what is it about being a police officer? I mean, is there more you want to do in your life? I mean, do you aspire to be a sheriff, a police captain, a police chief? I mean, that kind of thing? Or are you happy with what you're doing?
I mean, there's always tentative plans to think about down the road, but I try to be in the present as much as I can. I've got a lot of opportunities that are going on now. I take advantage of those, and I don't want to be so fixated on the future that I miss what's going on in front of me right now.
Yeah, all right. What's your favorite aspect of the job?
So I love what we call the hot calls, that's something that's going on right now. We've got guys that are phenomenal at follow-up work and investigative work, and they're into that.
Yeah.
What I enjoy most, though, is, hey, this is a problem that needs fixed right now. You and the people that you're working with, let's get together, solve it, and kind of breaking down those complex situations. And
on the now and reacting.
Yes.
So you probably would have been a real good firefighter in Chicago or something if you want to ring the bell and go down the pole.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
That's right. But you're okay when it gets like, uh-oh, danger, I got to think calmly. How do you not speed your brain up?
I think breaking things down into simple tasks.
Yeah.
You prioritize and execute on what that number one thing is, and nothing we do is alone. We work as a team.
Yeah.
So find out what that important thing is that needs to get done. You do it, or you delegate it to somebody else, and don't make it more than what it is.
Yeah. Okay. In the 9 years at the Champaign Police Department, how many times do you think, is it under 5 where it's been, this is a real problem, you got to have your adrenaline at 10?
Mm-hmm.
Does it happen very often in Champaign-Urbana?
Yeah, I feel like it does. Sometimes it feels like it's 5 a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because you could go, along with not much happening, and then all of a sudden everything's happening.
Yeah, and that's one of the more enjoyable parts about the job is you don't know what's going to happen day to day. You may have a day that you take it pretty easy and you have time to be proactive, and then you come in on the next day and you're not eating lunch that day just because you're call to call.
Yeah. That's so you take the protect and serve seriously.
I do. I think most of us do.
And that's another thing. If people do you still do patrol?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you stop a vehicle, and I hate tinted windows, I think that's the most unfair thing for you because you don't know what you're coming up on. And they're illegal. You can do a little meter thing. You check the window tint, and it's illegal to have it. It's past the level.
It is.
But I vehemently disagree. I think everybody with the too dark windows, it's too dangerous for you.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I like tinted windows on my squad cars, police cars, because it protects me from everybody else seeing what I'm doing. But you know why I don't like them when other people have them? Because I can't see what they're doing.
Well, right. And yours is more for protection.
Yeah.
Theirs is more for, I don't know what, hiding things. That's what it feels like.
Well, and traffic stops are inherently dangerous anyway. I don't even like the term routine traffic stop because you just never know what you're walking up on. It could be a decent person. It could be somebody that is trying to hurt you.
And I had mentioned to you before we started, Jesse Brockton, our law enforcement official of the month from Champaign Police Department, that these videos I see online, and it just bewilders me. And people simply can't follow instructions. Maybe they are up to no good or whatever, but they're so rude, they're so inconsiderate, they're so call your supervisor, all these other things. And again, you're just trying, and these police officers, the license, registration, and proof of insurance, which is the law, and you can legally ask for it, and they have to legally give it to you, but they just don't. Have you had anything exceed the normal and gone to the point of, this is out of hand?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most people we encounter on traffic stops are typically pretty decent. We do run into that where, people just want to be argumentative. Like I was telling you before, I try to keep the small things small. This is one of those things. If you got pulled over, you stepped in it, own it, both move on with our lives, and we don't need to make this more than what it is.
But you enjoy patrol?
I do.
Okay. And so you're fine doing, what shift?
I work what we call power shifts, so noon to 10:15.
Okay. Do you get, how does Champaign Police and Urbana Police, University, Sheriff, how do you all work together? Pretty well?
Yeah, so we have our jurisdictions, and we pretty much stay within our box there, but we cooperate when we need to.
If you need to be called to campus, being asked to call, you guys will go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. And what do you want people to know about Jesse Brockton and, newly engaged, and that you're a good dude and everybody can tell that when they meet you? What else you want to know about policing in general, or police people, policemen, policewomen?
The underlying goal is we're there to help. We're not showing up to try to jam anybody up. I always say we're problem solvers first and foremost, so that's why you're wanting us there. We'll work with you to try to find a solution to whatever the problem is.
Well, listen, you've never been on the radio?
No, first time. Might be the last time, too, after this one. Who knows?
Jesse, you're comfortable. No, you're good, man. This is good. The Jesse Brockton Show. Brockwell Show. Jesse, I didn't have my glasses on.
That's right. I've been called worse.
Jesse Brockwell. And you said that the family originally from Tennessee. Because you carry a little, you weren't raised there, but there's still a little of that Tennessee in there. It's good.
That's residual.
You know how many people are moving to Tennessee? A lot. From Illinois?
Yeah, I know. I hear about it all the time.
Caravan, leaving the state. Anyway, Jesse Brockwell, law enforcement official of the month. Well done. You did great and fascinating, and thank you, because the whole point of these is to help people understand that you're just a dude, a good man trying to help.
I appreciate that.
And I capsuled that. That's what it is. Good man, trying to do good, trying to help. If you're around anywhere, you want this dude around. In fact, when things go south, I might want you on my team.
It sounds good.
Plus, you're SWAT guy, right?
I am, yeah.
So
love doing that.
Green awning across the street, you could drop me pretty eady from there, huh?
No comment.
Can you shoot? Can you shoot? Are you pretty good?
We practice quite a bit.
Well, that's good. You should.
Yeah.
But what they say? What they say in the Sniper movie, American Sniper? Aim big, miss small, something like that.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for all you do.
I appreciate it.
In serving and protecting us in Champaign County. His name is Jesse Brockwell. He is our law enforcement official of the month, Champaign Police Department. Appreciate Jesse Brockwell on ESPN 93.5. We're talking with Brad Thornsborough from Grizzly's Chimney Sweep. Brad, what do you guys do?
We can do just about everything, all the way from repairing chimneys, building them, tuck pointing them, cleaning them, realigning them, gas logs, gas inserts, wood inserts, freestanding wood stoves also.
Why is it important to have checkups?
Very important to have checkups because even in the last 2 weeks, I've been to 2 customers' houses that had chimney fires. I've been doing this for 19 years. If we ever see an issue up above, we take pictures so that the customer knows that we're not just making things up, that we can actually show them what we're seeing, explain how we're going to fix it, and then they'll feel comfortable with us fixing it.
You guys feel wonderful about what you do because you know you're doing great, honest work with a local mom and pop kind of a company that really services the Central Illinois area.
Yes, and we're all certified. We learn about the new techniques or anything that we may need to see while we're up there besides the experience that our company has.
Contact Grizzly's Chimney Sweep at grizzlysweep.com.
Hi, this is Richard of Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights.
And I'm Selena, the other half. When something breaks or needs built right, we know you don't have time to wait.
That's why we handle everything from on-site repair to full turnkey facility projects.
With over 150 years of combined industry experience behind every job.
We're also your local dealer for Chief Ring System.
So you're getting equipment you can count on.
Give us a call at 217-574-5050.
Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights. Built on experience, powered by people.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
You have worked hard to grow your farm and agribusiness, move it forward, develop a sound succession. Who's taking over? Plant the seeds for your business future growth with Busey Ag Services and Busey Wealth Management. Consider succession as a transaction, moving assets from the current land over to the future owners. Know the difference between succession and estate planning, too. Succession planning is an intentional business plan. Estate planning is also intentional on a broader scale. Transferring assets can be complicated. The folks at Busey Ag Services and Busey Wealth Management can help you do that. Put your trust in two experienced and talented teams, Busey Ag Services and Busey Wealth Management, working together as one Busey to help plan the future of your family farm or agribusiness. For exceptional expertise and individualized solutions, call 1-800-67-BUSEY or visit Busey.com. Cultivating growth for more than 150 years. Busey, fulfilling dreams since 1868. Investment products and services not FDIC insured may lose value. Not FDIC insured are not deposits, no bank guarantee, and may lose value. Your friends from Busey for 158 years. All right. It is 8:23 now, ESPN 93.5. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, sort of a damp and chilly start to the day, and plays out that way with a little bit of sunshine working on in. A couple of sprinkles and even a stray shower around for this morning, and maybe even a sprinkle back in this afternoon. Temperatures better than 10 degrees below average today at only 55. Bit of a northwest to north wind will clear it off this evening after a sprinkle around. Overnight temperatures with a clearing sky down to 35. That'll mean some patchy frost late and areas of frost early tomorrow. Mostly sunny, still cool at 56 as winds come around north and northwest again. Fair and chilly, 38 tomorrow night. We turn breezy, milder on Sunday, increasing clouds. Maybe a shower in spots into the later afternoon. The high about 67. A couple of showers and thunderstorms on Monday. Yeah, back into wet weather early next week. Temperatures will recover back into the 70s. We cool off though to 65 on Tuesday. A couple of showers around. Still a lingering shower chance on Wednesday. Back in for Friday next week as well. Temperatures only in the upper 50s to low 60s for daytime readings and nights down into the 40s. For TVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution. Subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC. Member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and FNB are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Well, a Fox News digital investigation has identified a sprawling red-blue network with combined annual revenue of about $2 billion, organizing some 3,000 protests and events and advancing what critics describe as an anti-American agenda. They've called for Americans to skip work, school, and shopping. I think they're taking a lot of school kids out. As school's out, maybe they're giving them a chance to go protest if they want. But I know they've done some protests, some anti-Trump events during school, teaching the kids how to protest, which is unbelievable. You would do that, particularly when it's one-sided. At the center of the May Day, that's today, mobilization, which has expanded from earlier indications, is a network of communist, socialist, Marxist, and other far-left organizations led by the chapters of the Democratic Socialists of America and a network of groups, including the People's Forum, the Party of Socialism and Liberation, Answer Coalition, and Code Pink, funded by an American-born tech tycoon, Naval Roy Singham, based in Shanghai, China, promoting the propaganda of the Chinese Communist Party. We have always had this. We just haven't had people that believe in it in such high power now. And if you've read anything about this candidate for Senate in Maine, that's probably going to beat Susan Collins, a Republican, very moderate Republican. He's a piece of work. He's I don't think he won't be in. He'll be in Squad 2.0. He sounds far more radical than AOC or Ilhan Omar. I mean, check this. Barton is his name. Barton, I think. Wow, wants to tear down America, and he'd be a senator. Anyway, this continues on. It's continuing to hurt America. There's no doubt about that. 217-359-2255. My name is Stevie J. We got another half hour together. Stand by. Got some stuff here I want to bring up. Don't go away. It's 8:29. News, weather, sports, all coming up.
I'm Taylor Reefstack.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Reefstack. I'm the co-owner of Shimmer and Chic Boutique.
We are a women's clothing boutique in downtown Tuscola. We specialize in unique women's fashions. We have a wide range of tops, dresses, jeans, and accessories. Come down and let us style you for spring.
We have a huge Tuscola Warrior Room, women's, men's, children's, unique items.
Shimmer and Chic Boutique is located at 101 North Main Street in downtown Tuscola.
You ever notice how 1 yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in Central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump talking retirement in Florida, expanding workers' retirement benefits as he visits the villages later today. Workers facing another 9-cent jump in the price of gas overnight on day 60 of the Iran military action.
President Trump has insisted for weeks the increase in gas prices is short-lived and worth the cost.
And we're not going to have a nuclear weapon in the hands of Iran.
Even during a weeks-long ceasefire, Iran has blocked ships from transiting the Strait of Hormuz as a U.S. naval blockade prevents tankers from leaving Iranian ports.
Fox's Jared Halpern. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro released new video of the D.C. Hilton shooting suspect, which she says shows that Cole Allen shot the Secret Service agent on the way to the president.
You've got Cole Allen going there shooting off one round.
Point blank, says Secret Service. The California engineer jailed pending trial for attempted assassination. America's listening to Fox News.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here's a look at local news. National Weather Service confirming 5 tornadoes hitting central Illinois Monday. They moved through the region during the morning and afternoon hours. Widespread wind damage reported across parts of the state, with surveys confirming 5 EF1 tornadoes between Mount Pulaski and Mahomet. Urbana testing a new road diet on North Lincoln Avenue. The goal to make the corridor safe for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians. The city has restriped the stretch between King Park and I-74, reducing traffic to one lane each way and adding a center turn lane. Champaign School Board picked its new leadership team Monday night. Tony Bruno selected as the Unit 4 board president. Christy Arnold as the vice president. Fatima Ahmed was also voted in as board secretary. The board then approved interim superintendent Dan Casillas as the new deputy superintendent. Dr. Giovanni Ponce takes over the official role this summer. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, off and running into this new month of May. Anything but. It's more or less the feel of early April. Partly sunny skies develop as the day wears on. Still a brief light shower and a couple of sprinkles around here for the early to mid-morning, and a sprinkle later this afternoon. Just 55. That's better than 10 shy of normal. Winds will stay a little on the fresh side as well. Sprinkle chances this evening, clearing on the overnight, and cold with patchy frost late, low down to 35. It'll be a frosty start to the day tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly sunny days worth of weather and a high at at 56, still well below average as winds come around back into the northwest. Down to 38 tomorrow night and a breezy, milder Sunday afternoon. Increasing clouds, maybe a shower in spots later in the day. A high 67 as southwest wind will be gusty. A couple of showers, thunderstorms. Monday highs of about 74. We cool to about 65 on Tuesday with a couple of showers around. Lingering rain chance on Wednesday. Back in for Friday next week as well. And cool with daytime temperatures either side of about 60 degrees. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, last segment of the week for us. It's 8:34. Diane Ducey's off today. Here's a story that captivated me when I heard about it this morning. It comes from Jacksonville, Florida. Video showing an officer talking a man down from jumping off the Dames Point Bridge. We do what we do every day because we care about you. That's the message the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office wants to tell the community after releasing body-worn camera video of one of their officers talking a man down from jumping off the DAMS, is it D-A-M-E-S, Dames Point Bridge in Jacksonville earlier in April. Sunday, April 12, officers were called to the bridge after a man was spotted getting ready to jump. Officer Antonio Richardson is shown extending his hand in this video to the man, offering to pray for him. Other responding officers are also seen encouraging the man to take Richardson's hand. Whatever you're going through, you can get through it, Richardson is heard telling the man. The man then takes Richardson's hand, and the two embrace on the side of the bridge. About a 40-minute ordeal, though. Apparently, Officer Richardson is also a part-time minister. But in that moment, he said, initially, I didn't think he was going to jump, and then I got afraid that he might. And he said, what I told him is however much pain you're in, the people you're going to hurt by doing this, because the man had mentioned how much he cared for his family. And he said, you're going to hurt them so much, they'll never forget this. And the man changed his mind. He said, the officer said, I called my wife and then I went into the car and just started weeping profusely because I saw a miracle that God had his hands on. And it's remarkable. I think people that are so distraught forget about those they leave behind, how much they're loved, and how much pain. And we probably all have been touched by suicide. And it's, I don't know if you ever stop thinking about that kind of thing, because what could I have done, right? What could I have done to make that better? But it's out of Jacksonville, Florida. It's a very, very good story, and one that worked out and turned very positive. Also, I wanted to play The Case for Christ. I wanted to play this clip. I think it's very poignant, very pertinent from an atheist. A man turned from atheist, somebody totally did not believe in Jesus or Christianity at all. And he talks pretty factual, gets into the weeds a little bit, but I found it very, very captivating.
This is what brought me from atheism to faith. Can I summarize the evidence for you real quick? 4 words that begin with the letter E. The first E stands for execution, that Jesus was truly dead after being crucified. Okay. There is no record anywhere of anyone ever surviving a full Roman crucifixion. In fact, this is not controversial among even atheist scholars, because when you study ancient history, we're lucky if we have one good source to confirm a fact, or maybe 2 good sources. For the death of Jesus, we not only have multiple sources in the documents of the New Testament, we got 5 ancient sources outside the Bible confirming his execution. No less of a source in the Journal of the American Medical Association, a secular, peer-reviewed medical scientific journal, carried an investigation into the death of Jesus. And this was their conclusion, quote, clearly, the weight of the historical and medical evidence indicates that Jesus was dead even before the wound to his side was inflicted. Second E, early accounts. In other words, we have early reports that come very quickly after the crucifixion that he rose from the dead. Why is that important? Because I used to think, like a lot of skeptics, that the resurrection was a legend. And I knew it took time for legend to develop in the ancient world. So I figured 100, 150, 200 years after the life of Jesus, legends were invented, and that's where the idea came from. Guess what? We have preserved for us a creed of the earliest church. The first Christians had a creedal statement based on facts that they knew to be true, based on eyewitness accounts that summarized their convictions. And it said Jesus died. Why? For our sins. He was buried. On the third day, he rose again. And then has the specific names of individuals and groups of people who encountered the resurrected Jesus, including 500 people at once. Well, guess what? Historians have been able to date that creed. So, for instance, one of the great historians, James D.G. Dunn of England, one of the greatest historians of our time, dated that creed. And he says we can be entirely confident that that creed was formulated within months of the death of Jesus. That's historical gold. That's far too quick to be a legend. It's not the only early report we got. We got others in Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the book of Acts. The third E stands for an empty. We have an empty tomb. And what's interesting about that is even the enemies of Jesus admitted the tomb was empty. Everybody conceded the tomb was empty. How do we know? Because we know from sources inside and outside the New Testament that when the disciples began proclaiming that Jesus had risen, what the enemies of Jesus said was, the disciples stole the body. Now think about that. They're conceding the tomb is empty. They're trying to explain how it got empty. So everybody's conceding the tomb is empty. That's not the issue of history. It is, the issue of history really is how did it get empty? Romans weren't about to steal the body. They wanted Jesus dead. Religious leaders of the day weren't about to steal the body. They wanted Jesus to stay dead. The disciples weren't about to steal the body. I found 7 ancient sources, 6 of them outside the Bible, that said that the disciples lived lives of deprivation and suffering as a result of their proclamation that Jesus had risen. They were willing to die for it. Why? Because they heard in Sunday school he'd risen from the dead and proved he's the Son of God? No, because they were there. Of all human beings who've ever lived, they were in a position to know for a fact whether he returned from the dead or not. They touched him, they talked with him, they ate with him. And knowing the truth, they were even willing to die for it. Then finally, the fourth E stands for the word eyewitnesses. Remember I said earlier, we're lucky in ancient history. If we have a fact we believe to be true, we dig down, we find one source, maybe 2 sources. There are 9 ancient sources inside and outside the New Testament confirming and corroborating the conviction of the disciples that they encountered the risen Jesus. That is an avalanche of historical data. And so it was based on that kind of evidence that I sat as an atheist and said, wait a minute. If I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to follow the evidence wherever it points, which is what I was always taught to do, then I have to conclude that Jesus didn't just claim to be God. He backed up that claim by returning from the dead.
How about that? Case for Christ. I think it was a movie, isn't it? All right, ESPN 93.5. We have a doggy bag. That's our Stever offer I'm giving out from Bulldog Disposal, Muhammad. This is the canvas bag. You can buy it at Do It Best Hardware for $40, I think it is. And then you can fill it up, and I'll pay for everything. If you live in Champaign County, I have it delivered to your home. 217-359-2255. All you got to do is text in doggy bag to the Fisher National Bank text line, and you have a chance to win this delightful prize of over $200. Plus, feel that rush of excitement when you clean up and get organized. The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal, 217-359-2255. Text in doggy bag to be eligible to win this thing. You'll get notified later if you are a winner. Market at the Square, Banner Market at the Square tomorrow, first one, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine. Illinois and Vine, downtown Urbana, that starts tomorrow. This is May 1, by the way. Farmer City Racing, Friday night, 6:30, hot laps. CU Ballet, Little Mermaid, 7 tonight, and 2 and 6 tomorrow at the Virginia. Unity High School doing the Addams Family this weekend in the Paulie Anderson Auditorium. And away you go. Busy weekend. Cardinals win again. What? They're not supposed to win this year. You got the Dodgers tonight. Few sports headlines coming up.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Land's Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Land's Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service. Very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com. All right, some sports headlines. I'm highlighting the Terrence Shannon game as the Minnesota Timberwolves beat Denver in Denver to close out that series. Io did not play. Io DeSumo had a calf injury. Hopefully he'll be back for the next series as they advance on. Terrence, 24 points and 6 rebounds and some monster dunks. Terrence Shannon Jr., former Illini. Big game for the Timberwolves last night. Go Minnesota, and continue on down the path to maybe a further advancement in this NBA stuff. All right, Cardinals win. Cardinals win again.
I'm John Rooney, and yesterday in Pittsburgh, the Cardinals used some power to get the line moving. In the first inning, Weatherholt hit a home run. Then Jordan Walker. Herrera leads at first. The pitch is swung on, and there's a high fly ball deep left field. This has a chance to go, and it is out of here. A home run. Mangum got back to the wall, reached, and couldn't catch it. Walker with his 9th home run of the year. The Cardinals lead 3-0 in the first inning against Paul Skeens with home runs by Weatherholt and Walker. The Cardinals capped off their scoring with a 5-run 8th inning as Nathan Church drove in 2 of those runs, and the Cardinals swept the Pirates by winning 10-5. Gordon Graceffo got the victory over Paul Skeens. Skeens is now 0-5 in his career against the Cardinals. The Dodgers are at Busch Stadium tonight. Matthew Liberatore on the mound. Game time 7:15.
All right, be a packed house. It's the biggest series of the year so far for the Cardinals, with the LA Dodgers, 2-time world champions 2 years in a row. You know who has the best record in baseball? The Atlanta Braves, 22-10. Cincinnati's 20-11. So is the Dodgers, 20-11. Yankees are 20-11. And those are the best records, but 22-10 for Atlanta. Surprised. In the National League Central, Cincinnati has a 1-game lead over the Cubbies. Cincinnati at 20-11. The Cubbies are 19-12. Cardinals are 2 games back at 18-13. Milwaukee and then Pittsburgh round out the Central Division, which has turned into be a pretty tough one. All right, that's a quick look at sports. Back with your weather from Greg. Coming up next, ESPN 93.5, it's Friday, May 1. When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com.
Urbana's Market at the Square is happening May through October every Saturday from 7 a.m. to noon. Rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, a mainstay in downtown Urbana, connecting the community with local growers and artisans. Shop one of the best selections of handmade, grown in Illinois products, including produce, meat, dairy, honey, local beer, wine, flowers, handmade art, and crafts. To learn more, visit urbanamarket.org.
Champaign-Urbana Ballet makes a big splash with The Little Mermaid on May 1st and 2nd at the Virginia Theater. Glamorous and amusing, this magical adventure is one for the whole family. Sponsored by Area Wide Technologies, Bill Bass Foundation, Champaign Ballet Academy, Stone Ridge Dairy, and 2 Men and a Truck. Tickets at Virginia Theater box office or visit thevirginia.org. Join CU Ballet Under the Sea with The Little Mermaid.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hey, you know that stretch of 1 mile from Windsor down to Curtis on South Manus? Yeah, I could use a little renovation. Anyway, you know that's shutting down Monday for 8 months? So let me say again, on Mattis, South Mattis, from Windsor down to Curtis is going to be shut beginning Monday for 8 months, two-thirds of a year. So major improvement. So it'd be great when it's done, but a lot of people travel that route. So from South Manus, Windsor to Curtis, I'm telling this again because I want to remember that because I'm all around that area. So closed for 8 months. It'd be great when it's done. Okay. Check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier. Weather temperatures are a little bit unusual right now, but they will improve with maybe more rain next week.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, off and running into this new month of May. Anything but. It's more or less the feel of early April. Partly sunny skies develop as the day wears on. Still a brief light shower and a couple of sprinkles around here for the early to mid-morning, and a sprinkle later this afternoon. Just 55. That's better than 10 shy of normal. Winds will stay a little on the fresh side as well. Sprinkle chances this evening, clearing on the overnight, and cold with patchy frost late, low down to 35. It'll be a frosty start to the day tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly sunny days worth of weather, and a high at 56, still well below average as winds come around back into the northwest. Down to 38 tomorrow night, and a breezy, milder Sunday afternoon. Increasing clouds, maybe a shower in spots later in the day, and a high 67. And southwest wind will be gusty. A couple of showers, thunderstorms. Monday highs of about 74. We cool to about 65 on Tuesday, with a couple of showers around. Lingering rain chance on Wednesday. Back in for Friday next week as well, and cool daytime temperatures either side of about 60 degrees. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
We're talking with Riley Kachaturian, realtor with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. Do you envision being friends with the people that you close houses with? I mean, does that keep going?
Oh, absolutely. I love getting to check back in with them a couple weeks after, a couple months after, a year later. It's a really cool part that we get to stay with them and be a resource for them, but also to get to be a friend.
All right, as a real estate agent, it's kind of a 24/7. You're thinking about stuff. You got to make this call. You got to check on these questions, and that's okay?
Yeah, I think it's It's a job that really is kind of a lifestyle. People are trusting you with something really big, and so you want to be available, be ready when they have a question or they're freaking out about something. I want to be the person they text so I can reassure them or provide information.
Riley, how can people reach you?
They can find me online at rkachaturian.coldwellhomes.com or via phone 217-552-5055.
All righty, May 1. That's it. The boys this afternoon on the drive. That'll be Evan Stone, Curtis Allen. Yeah. I played a little clip earlier. David Merkovich had his final on his disc jockey class, and he and Ty Rogers are up there leading the crowd. Let's see if I can find that really quick. Hold on. So here is, I didn't know they had a DJ class at the University of Illinois. David, I'm sure we'll get an A. He had it going on. Ty Rogers up there with him, sunglasses. Yeah, that's all I need. I want to hire David to be in radio, and then we'll challenge every other media company to a basketball game. That's exactly what we're going to do. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you Monday. Have a blessed weekend. We're talking with Brad Thornsborough from Grizzlies Chimney Sweep. Brad, what do you guys do?
We can do just about everything, all the way from repairing chimneys, building them, tuck pointing them, cleaning them, realigning them, gas logs, gas inserts, wood inserts, freestanding wood stoves also.
Why is it important to have checkups?
Very important to have checkups because even in the last 2 weeks, I've been to 2 customers' houses that had chimney fires. I've been doing this for 19 years. If we ever see an issue up above, we take pictures so that the customer knows that we're not just making things up, that we can actually show them what we're seeing, explain how we're going to fix it, and then they'll feel comfortable with us fixing it.
You guys feel wonderful about what you do because you know you're doing great, honest work with a local mom and pop kind of a company that really services the Central Illinois area.
Yes, and we're all certified. We learn about the new techniques or anything that we may need to see while we're up there besides the experience that our company has.
Contact Grizzlies Chimney Sweep at grizzliessweep.com.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
All right, Tim, Gale Ferrex Trucking, you're looking for some wonderful drivers, aren't you?
We're looking for some reliable professional drivers, and we just decided now through the end of May we're going to do our $4,000 sign-on bonus to qualified drivers. That's 23 years old, 2 years experience, safe background, safe driving history, and we'll put it into work and make them some money and get them home on weekends.
Think any other trucking company offers that kind of a deal between now and the end of May, and then also you're home on weekends?
Yeah, and things are looking up right now.
And Dedicated Diesel and Gale Ferrex Trucking, you can reach Tim Onstadt how?
TIMO@GFTLOG.com is my email. They can get my cell phone at 765-505-1295. The office, 765-793-7131, extension 4.
Tim Onstadt, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
I'm Paul Reekin. At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, we guarantee the best deal on your next appliance purchase.
Hold on, guarantee? How do you guarantee the best deal? It's impossible to know every deal.
Sure. At Dick Van Dyke, we use the computer to check pricing, and we give the best deal with our very own in-house service team, giving you the best protection for years after delivery.
Oh, hold on, very own service team? I mean, that's a little hard to believe.
You've seen Dick Van Dyke Appliance service trucks all over Central Illinois, from Peoria to Decatur, Springfield to Champaign, everywhere in between.
Hold on, those trucks could be driving themselves. I mean, it's not like you're even watching the news. It's all part of the plan, Paul.
Nah, they're driven by our factory certified technicians. Is that a foil hat you're getting out?
Put it on.
Okay. Are the bad deals in the room with us right now?
Shh, big box store's watching.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Urbana Park District's Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center opens this month. The first day of the outdoor pool pass season is May 23rd. Some of the amenities at the Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center include lap swimming, the zero-depth pool, water slide, and lots of other fun things to do. Swim Tuesday for discounted admission. Purchase punch cards or membership for the best buy and get to the pool. See you at the pool, May 23rd. Urbana Park District, you belong here.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.